Lionstar frowned at the small prey pile in front of him, his large green eyes troubled as he surveyed what was, for all intents and purposes, a pile of half-crushed beetles and clusters of tiny ants. These were not the types of food that one cat could survive on, let alone an entire clan, and the Moss clan leader was painfully aware at how hunger was beginning to show in the eyes of his clanmates. Especially Briarstock and Oakglade, the two warriors who had pushed themselves hard to try to make up for the loss of Crowfeather, who had been a powerful hunter for the clan. Whenever the prey had run scarce, Crowfeather had been able to visit the small ponds and streams, and he had always brought back fat frogs for everyone to enjoy. But now... Lionstar passed his huge tail across the forest floor, gently sweeping away thoughts of their lost clanmate. Crowfeather had been taken by Branchstar, claimed as blood family, in exchange for the food that Branch Clan had brought. Crowfeather could have come back. Indeed, Lionstar had thought he would, especially as their friendship had run so deep, since Lionstar himself had taught Crowfeather as both his protégé and his friend. But, well, then the news of Crowfeather's kits had reached Moss Clan, and Lionstar had known it was over. He glanced towards the medicine den, where Robinpaw had dragged her brother, Redpaw, over to help Doge sort through the mysterious herbs and twigs of their medicine cat craft. Nearby, curled up under a bush, was Lizardpaw, dozing in a way that his clanmates had come to realize meant that he was most likely listening to what the bush beside him had to say. And somewhere off in the woods, probably with Briarstock and the others, was Oakglade, working hard to gather what scraps of food he could for the clan. Lionstar knew what it meant to have kits and the kind of love and sense of belonging they brought with them. Despite the deep ache in his heart over the loss of his friend and one of the finest Moss Clan warriors, he didn't expect Crowfeather to ever return. Which meant, of course, he still had to find something for his clan. How to feed so many cats, especially with the prey running scarce? Perhaps... Lionstar glanced over his shoulder at a certain dusty gray visitor who had thus far remained a guest in Moss Clan's camp for far longer than Lionstar had anticipated. "Bartum!" Lionstar meowed, his voice deep with command. Bartum, who had been stretched out napping in the moonlight, jumped and pulled himself to his feet as Lionstar approached. Yes, Lionstar?" Bartum meowed, quickly masking his nervousness with that mercurial smile of his. Lionstar paused for a moment and sighed inwardly, wondering just how much use this cat could actually be. It was rude to ask a guest for help, and yet, when the only other options were to beg Branch Clan for more help, or to wander towards the Two-Lake territory toward the farm, perhaps a new debt to a cat who had grown fat on their prey for so long was the best option after all. "Bartum, I was wondering if you would be able to help us fill the prey pile." Lionstar meowed, his voice calmly humble. It would sting Honeywish like a dozen bees to hear that her clan leader had to ask an outsider for help, but Lionstar tried very hard not to let pride get in front of his clan's welfare. "As you can see, our prey pile is running low, and we could really use the help, especially since you have shared so many stories of your fighting skills with the clan. It would be quite the privilege to see them in action." Lionstar's voice was sincere, honest, and kind, but his words shot an icy fear through Bartum nonetheless. Well, I'd love to share my skills with you, Lionstar. You see..." Bartram's eyes darted around the camp's clearing, lingering for a moment on Robinpaw by the medicine cat den. It's the forest!" Bartum let out a deep sigh, tinged with relief. "Well, I'd love to help. I'm afraid my skills are not well suited to hunting in the forest. I always, have taken my prey from other places. All these trees, they confuse a cat like me, even as talented as I am." "I see." Lionstar sighed heavily, his shoulders drooping. Behind him, Robinpaw lifted her head, as though sensing her father's distress, and trotted over from across the clearing. Bartum swallowed as she arrived at Lionstar's side, glancing curiously between her clan leader and Bartum. "So there's nothing you might have to help us then?" Lionstar asked, his voice already sounding exhausted. Bartum winced as a small frown appeared on Robinpaw's face at Lionstar's words. Oh, no, I have something, Bartum stammered before Robinpaw could ask what was going on. In fact, I've got a gift I meant for the clan. I got it recently. Let me go fetch it. Bartum turned and whirled into the bushes, darting along the path that led to the tiny secret stash he had established among the edge of camp. Nothing too dramatic there. Just a few feathers, perhaps the occasional delicious fat shrew or two that would never be missed at the prey pile. And, finally, the special treasure he'd been saving to give Robinpaw at the opportune time. A rainbow snail! Robinpaw gasped as Bartum set the treasure down in front of and Lion Star, a smug expression on his face. Where did you get it, Bartum? You can only find these in deeper waters. Robinpaw purred with pleasure, sniffing the glittering snail carefully. I've always wanted to see one and save it, so that our clan's kits will have it in case they need it in the future. But the streams and puddles around our camp are too small for them to survive in. Did you fish it yourself? Of course. Bartum puffed out his chest, basking in Robinpaw's excitement and the admiring glance that Lion Star shot his way. I know I've not had a chance to show you, since we're so deep in the forest, but I'm actually an excellent fisher, one of the best. In fact, one time... You are? Lion Star interrupted, his face suddenly lighting up. That is wonderful, Bartum. You're exactly what we need right now, after all. I had been thinking of sending a patrol to the deep lake past our camp territory. There's a lake? Bartum meowed, his voice flat. But we didn't have a fully trained fisher cat, so I didn't want to risk it. Lion Star continued, his voice excited. But here you are. StarClan must have sent you for a reason, Bartum. Now we can have a patrol together for you to lead to the lake. I know that some of our warriors could learn so much from watching you fish. This could really help save the clan. Oh. Bartum wrapped his thin gray tail around his paws, swallowing. He glanced to the side at Robinpaw's excited eyes and forced a smile. It'd be my pleasure, Lion Star. Of course. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warrior Cats Challenge here in The Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content and mods. And we're in Moss Clan again, and Bartum here has managed to get himself into a little bit of a pickle because he has offered to take a hunting patrol over to the big lake that we have in your Moss Clan territory. So we're gonna have to see if Bartum might be able to actually follow up on what he said. Oh, and Redpaw, look at you! Redpaw trained so hard. Oh my gosh! And he was training with his brother Lizardpaw. I did not see that one coming, that's for sure. So Redpaw just leveled up in his training, which is really wonderful because he is trying so hard to impress Briarstock and maybe be considered more successful than his brother Oakglade. I think we might have a little friendly competition between Oakglade and Redpaw today actually, and see who can do the most when it comes to hunting, because they're actually equal on hunting skill now. So I think Redpaw has really tried so hard to catch up with his older brother and kind of stand out compared to him, and we're gonna have to see if that motivates him somehow in a particular way. So that's interesting, and I didn't expect Lizardpaw to go and say hello to his brother, but we'll see how that works out. But Bartum over here, who it seems like he doesn't have any skills whatsoever, let alone the skills of an expert fisher or hunter. He was just put in charge of a hunting patrol that's going to leave in a little while for the lake. So the cats are actually going to go over to the big lake next to... What the heck-a-doodle? What are you doing here? No, I have plans. Get out of here. Get out of here, sir. I have plans for today. Those plans involve taking my cats over to the lake and trying to do some fishing with them and talking about the different new types of hunting levels that we're going to start implementing. What are you doing here? What are you doing? That's right. Oh my gosh, he was close to Mossleaf and I didn't even notice. Is he gonna run into one of my kits? Oh, he better not. I have a feeling that anytime a two-leg would run into a kit all on its own in the wild, they would probably want to take it. All right, I'm watching you, sir. Ooh, a mushroom. Oh, that's gonna make Dogaze so happy. Okay, so Dogaze is probably gonna be here soon. All right. Did the bush eat him? The bush ate him! The bush ate the mailman! Okay, so he vanished. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. But yes, so Bartum has kind of gotten himself into a little bit of a pickle. But the good news is, as a result, he actually has a really increased relationship with Lionstar and Robinpaw. Robinpaw is actually very pleased that Bartum fished, in quotation marks, that rainbow snail up out of the water and offered it to her to help out the clan. The prey pile is 100% empty. So Bartram's going to have to go ahead and lead the hunting patrol. It's going to consist of Mossleaf, who's insisting on going too. She wants to be able to go on this hunting patrol, sniff Robinpaw. She's about to be pounced on by Robinpaw, but we'll send her over to sniff Robinpaw first. All right, Robinpaw, no, don't guard object. Come over here and sniff your child. All right, sniff. Oh, and look at this. Honey was just playing with her babies. You guys, how precious. How precious is that? So Tommy's over here. Tommy seems to spend a lot of time with the kits. He's actually really good at kit sitting. So I think he'll actually be staying here to help Kit sit today. Oh, and look at this, socialize with Bumblecit. She just wants to be friends with her babies. And Tommy's just being Tommy. He's very laid back about everything in life, but we'll send him over to maybe say, oh, nope, too busy. So Dogaze is over here talking with Squirrely. So we'll kind of look over what everyone's doing and how their relationships are playing out in just a moment. But Mossleaf is going to be part of the hunting group because she did learn a little bit about fishing before everything went down and we lost Crowfeather. And Dogaze did learn too, but Dogaze needs to do a lot of organizing of her medicine cat stuff. She needs to sort everything, make sure that a few of the mushrooms that have been gathered up, something can be done with them. She needs to go ahead and bring her protege. She needs to come over and bring... Oh, Briarstock, what are you doing all the way over here? Thinking deep thoughts, no doubt. He often comes over to the tree and just thinks really deep thoughts. But we need to bring our two medicine cats, or our medicine cat and her apprentice, over to kind of study the different seeds and maybe gather those up and maybe harvest from the trees so they can start stocking up on all of the oranges and things like that. Since they're allowed to do those things, they can gather up anything that's growing over here. And we'll have to water everything too. So hopefully, I wonder if we should just get like a sprinkler system put in. Like a hidden sprinkler system and have Willow upgrade it. We might do that in the future, so we'll look into that in the future too. There's lots and lots of flowers to gather, and normally Mossleaf would stick around and help out with working in the flowers since she's a spirit of the forest cat. But I think today, once everything is settled, she's going to go and try to help out with hunting. And I actually have a new system, and I think Lionstar, not right now, so he's just like playfully pouncing now, and he wants to sniff Crowfeather. Lionstar does miss Crowfeather too. Oh, did you see Beakit tumble down? Beakit, why are you so cute? I think Lionstar is going to go ahead and just like give a quick sniff and then come over and maybe talk to Briarstock. So let's have Briarstock come. He wants to sniff... Of all the cats, he wants to come and sniff Lizardpaw, but I think he and Briarstock would probably talk about the hunting patrol. We'll send Mossleaf because she wants to go since she knows a little bit about hunting. Briarstock wants to try to learn something new about the hunting and everything else too. And then, oh, they're so cute. So many kits everywhere. So Mossleaf, Briarstock, his apprentice Redpaw to go and try to learn how to fish up along the lakeside. And then I think that Honeywish is actually going to insist on going too. She's a little bit restless, even though she primarily wants to focus on hanging out with her kits and being able to play with her kits. She is feeling a little bit restless and wants to sort of make sure she keeps her paws sharp. And because Mossleaf is going to the lake and Mossleaf happens to be deaf, then I think that she would also want to keep an eye on Mossleaf. She's a little bit she's a little bit sassy that way, and she may not 100% like Mossleaf, but she wants to make sure that Mossleaf is taken care of and it doesn't fall into the water or doesn't hear that there's danger coming, because two legs often walk their dogs over by the lake and get in trouble. All right, so we'll go ahead. Lizardpaw is being unexpectedly trained. Oh my goodness. We'll go ahead and have these two just sniff each other. And I think that Dogaze and Robinpaw need to spend a little bit of time. No, you don't. Oh, Dogaze is so tired. Or Robinpaw is so tired, I mean. So, I think I'm going to have them spend a little bit of time talking here in the forest together. And Dogaze is actually very excited that the cats are going to go on a fishing expedition. She wants to eat fish now, which I thought was pretty hilarious. So we'll go ahead and we'll have these two talk over here and maybe share tongues, and then they may gather things up over here later, especially because there are a few things that are ready to harvest, and it's very important that the medicine cats don't waste time when it comes to being able, Dogaze, where are you? When it comes to being able to gather up all of the resources that are here. So I'm going to have these two socialize. I'm going to have them train a little bit. So pounce to reflect their training. And what do you guys think about this? So there's some new levels, new ways I want to start running the levels that of skills that our cats can have. In the game, our cats can only have the hunting skill, but I'm thinking, what if we make it so that with the medicine cats, their hunting skill reflects how many things they can collect at once. So if they have like a hunting skill of 8, like Robinpaw, then they can go and gather 8 harvests of something. And if they have a hunting skill of like, say 2, they can only gather 2 things. Oh, and she wants to be best friends with Dogaze. That's wonderful. Oh, and look at this. Oh, groom Robinpaw. Oh gosh, that's so sweet. I have to add that. Oh, and present a gift to Robinpaw. Okay, I think she's totally focused on her apprentice. I love the relationship these two have, and I love that they want to learn from each other, that they want to teach each other. That's just so awesome. All right, you two continue to do the work. I'm going to have her pounce for a little while, but I like that idea. So what if medicine cats, their hunting levels actually reflect the medicine cat like ability to gather different items? I think that sounds really great. So that's that. And then I'm also thinking when it comes to potentially doing some fishing with our other cats, what will happen is I'll start keeping a physical list of different types of hunting skills. So let me know what you guys think about this, because I'm really excited. It could add a lot more challenge to the game too and make it very, very interesting. But there'll be different types of hunting skills. So you can have forest hunting skill where the cats can level up their forest hunting skill. And then if they're going to have a water hunting or a oh, and Redpaw. Oh, he's already off trying to hunt on his own. So is Briarstock. No, what are you doing, Redpaw? Why? Robinpaw, no. That's so ironic, Robinpaw. Why did you push yourself so hard? No, she pushed herself so hard in training that now we have to roll to see if she's sick. 1 second. Robinpaw pushed her way through the bushes, purring quietly to herself at the feeling of the morning sunlight on her fur. Although her stomach was still echoing with faint hunger, and more than a few complaints about the number of beetles that she had consumed in order to at least fill its emptiness, she was still pleased with the way the day was unfolding. Bartum had brought a rare gift into the clan, and Robinpaw was still glowing with excitement at the fact she had seen her very first rainbow snail shell. It was now safely tucked into the medicine cat's pile of herbs, which Robinpaw and Dogaze were working on filling now. The more Robinpaw studied with Dogaze, the more humbled and excited she became about her role as a medicine cat. There was just so much to learn, so many ways to help her clanmates to recover from terrifying illnesses and injury, sacred knowledge passed down from generation to generation that Robinpaw now had access to, all thanks to being Dogaze's student. Ah, there's one! Robinpaw smiled as she caught sight of one of the plants she was searching for. A mushroom! Dogaze had told her again and again how she wished to collect and learn from the variety of mushrooms that grew in the forest. Apparently, they were some of the most powerful medicine items out there. Robinpaw sniffed the odd red and white mushroom, wrinkling her nose slightly at its bitter scent. She had never seen this one, but perhaps it'd be useful to Dogaze. Still purring softly to herself, she bent down and bit at the base, picking it up carefully with her mouth. Somewhere nearby the bushes rustled, and Dogaze's voice reached her just as Robinpaw began to turn with her prize. Robinpaw, I just found... Oh, Robinpaw, no! Drop that immediately! Robinpaw had just a moment to be startled by the fear in Dogaze's voice before she felt herself begin to wobble, noting with distant confusion how suddenly she dropped the mushroom, without meaning to, because now she was on her side, and Dogaze was standing above her, crying out, but she couldn't hear anything. Well, that was a little dramatic. So, what happened is Robinpaw actually rolled a death roll. A death roll. That's only happened like twice in our entire series. And Robinpaw rolled one. She rolled to have an illness. So I was like, oh, okay. So we've got to see if she got a cold or something. Maybe she's just feeling the fatigue of hunger. So then I roll again after knowing they have an illness to see what the illness will potentially be, how severe it will be. And the rule is if a cat rolls like 100, which is they could roll anywhere from 1 to 100, but 100 100 is always a death roll on those kinds of things. And she rolled a 100 and I stared at it in shock and I wanted to cry because I love Robinpaw. I adore Robinpaw. I love her sincerity. I love her future. I love the wonderful kind effect she has on so many cats within her clan and without. And I didn't want to see her die, but then I rolled to see what kind of death, injury, illness she could possibly have, and something to do with the forest. And then it hit me, she was trying to help out her mentor. She was trying to help out Dogaze at being able to gather up things for the forest. So Dogaze is really focused on mushrooms. It makes sense that she might get a poison mushroom without knowing any better, because we started the day thinking she really wanted to look around. We started the day thinking about how she really wanted to help collect all of the medical items. And I think that is what happened. And so why is she still alive if she rolled a death roll? Because after I figured out that it was from poison, so death by poison, which is, I'm trying to put together so many different generators so that we could have like death generators that could tell me if it's an unexpected illness death, what type of death, like is it from poison, is it from injury, what kind of death, because that will tell us what kind of items we might be able to use to save that cat, or if we don't have those items, why we're up a creek and out of luck. So with Robinpaw, it being a poison illness, we happen to have one assassin bug left. And the assassin bugs are what you use for when a cat does have a illness like that, a poison disease, like something venomous that has gotten into their body. So we're able to get rid of her disease by getting rid of that assassin beetle. But now if we have another cat get injured by poison, like if we run into a venomous snake, for instance, we're kind of up a creek. We do have plasma beetles, which in the past, we've always said these plasma bugs can be used to cure any cat like immediately, but I'm not sure about that. I'm feeling like that's almost too easy of a cop-out. So I'm starting to think if a cat rolls a death roll, maybe you need to use 2 items. You need to use either 2 plasma bugs, or you need to use 2 like life-saving items related to whatever their illness is. So like 1 plasma beetle, 1 assassin beetle. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I think it would definitely step up drama. But here's the other thought I had. We don't have a lot of cats in this clan. There's not really much encouragement from these kitty cats to have some babies. And I think that Dogaze is going to be stalking for prey so that she can hopefully find some rodents to give to her apprentice. She does want to give Robinpaw a gift, and I think she would want to find a rodent, because rodents really help to restore vitality and health to cats who have become sick. But I'm thinking what we're going to do, guys, is when a clan reaches a certain size, then we will make it so that those danger rolls have more of an effect. I'm actually thinking, say if we had 20 cats in the clan and Robinpaw had rolled a death roll, then what I might do, oh yes, there's a little chipmunk. Oh, come on, Briarstock, that would be so good for her. Everybody is out hunting to try to gather up food to offer the whole clan, but food to try to make Robinpaw feel a little bit better, maybe find something that can help cure her weakness a little bit. But hang on, I've just got to explain this to you guys really quickly before I lose my train of thought. So what I'm thinking is the size of a clan will determine how well the items work. So if we roll, say, a death roll, or something really bad happens to a cat, oh, look at Briarstock, stalk this little chipmunk. Oh, go Briarstock, go. But if we roll and then something bad happens to a cat and we have 20 cats in the clan, then maybe there's only like an 80% chance that the healing item will work. So maybe there's only an 80% chance the plasma bug would work. If we have like less than 12 cats in the clan, then maybe it's always 100% chance that it would work, because we don't want to have our clans go extinct. We can't afford to lose that many cats. And if we have like 25 cats in the clan, maybe there's only like a 60% chance that it would work. So we're going to find new ways to kind of measure effectiveness for the cats of the clans being able, being able, oh, did Briarstock just catch, oh yeah, I thought somebody caught an assassin beetle. What? I could have sworn I just saw, oh, it's Lionstar. Oh, and he wants to talk with Redpaw. Oh gosh, he probably wants to like discuss everything with his kids and his clan mates. We actually have a lot of hunting going on with Squirreleat back here, hunting down the shrew. I think Redpaw is getting a little bit of rest, but then he'll start jumping in and helping with the hunt as well. I think he would be very worried. I mean, that's his litter mate who almost died. But that's kind of what I wanted to say. I still want to make it so that there's an opportunity for all of the cats who gather up medical items, for those medical items to work. But there may, as we get bigger clans, the effectiveness of those medical items will go down. So once we get like over, say, like I said, 20 cats, then maybe there's only a 50% chance that the healing item would work. And that can make things a lot more competitive. And it would also mean that bigger clans might have some incentive to start trying to fight some of the other cats of the clans and start trying to get some items from them, start trying to steal like rare medical supplies from those clans. And that's something we'll probably see in the future too. All right, and what's going on? Oh, Briarstock caught the chipmunk. Yay! So we're getting a little bit of food. And actually, here is another unexpected thing that has happened from Robinpaw almost dying. Right after that happened, and right after we tucked Robinpaw into bed, so she can hopefully stay alive and just heal up in what is kind of our pseudo medicine den, because Doge's old medicine den got destroyed by meteors. Right after we tucked her in so that she can get some rest, Bartum rolled a desire to learn the hunting skill, and he's off to go pounce Lizardpaw totally unprovoked, totally on his own. And I think this may be a big turning point for Bartum. And he clearly really likes Robinpaw, and he kind of has his eye on her. And he is not that old. He is a bit of a younger cat, but a little older than Robinpaw, as you guys can tell, but not quite as old as some of the other cats. Lizardpaw is a little bit older than him, to give you guys a good idea. So Bartum is kind of, he's between the ages of Oakglade and Lizardpaw, and between the ages of Robinpaw and Redpaw, to give you like an idea of where he sort of falls on the spectrum. But he tries to act like he's a much older cat, and now he actually wants to learn the hunting skill, which I think is very, very interesting. And why are the cats not going to fishing? Because that was like the last straw for these cats. Lion Star is like, everybody, all hands on deck, everybody's going to do some major hunting, because they need to try to help out their little medicine cat apprentice who almost died. And because she rolled a death roll, what I did was 100% cleared her skills, so she has no hunting skill anymore. And I'm going to do that from now on. I think I might take the severity. So what I do with severity of illnesses is I roll 1 to 100, and if they roll 100, it's a death roll. If they roll like an 83, then they have a very severe illness. And so what I might start doing is, however severe that illness was that kind of knocked them down and needed treated, I will drop their hunting skill a little bit. So severity of illness, I'm actually writing it down on my little notes, of illness will equal decrease in hunting skill. And then what I was going to tell you guys earlier, before all of this hubbubaloo started, and let's make sure we can get everybody fed. All right, Lion Star, I think we're going to have to start putting in some of the food that everybody is gathering, because the kits are waking up and they're going to be hungry. Pygmy Komodo. Let's see. I think even Mossleaf would try to do some hunting. Oh, she's off trying to catch something all on her own. You guys, I love how this clan is always trying so hard to look out for each other. And we've got beetles. Poor Squirrely. And she's catching a beetle right now. Tommy caught a shrew, and he's after a turtle. I'm so proud of him. And Honeywish is resting. She is a queen, so we don't have her do that much hunting, though she does want to go along to see what's happening at the lake. We might have to do that next time. We have so many things to do, and season 2 right at our heels. All right, Briarstock, look at it, it's still all beetles. It's still all beetles. Why? All right, we've got a turtle and this, and that was a rare turtle, so I can get rid of the chip bags. I need to remember that about chip bags. If I forget, then it just becomes part of the storyline too. Bartum is off pouncing someone, and Robinpaw herself actually caught, oh, it looks like that snake isn't worth anything because somebody tried to eat it. She caught a couple beetles. It's just all beetles. Why? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so there's the prey pile sort of filled up, and unfortunately it's still filled up on beetles. So this poor clan, but let's make sure the kits will eat, because I don't want them to get sick. So, and then they're still not managing to catch anything. This is getting a little desperate. Oh, there's a feather over here. It looks like, oh, I wonder if Bumblecit was getting, oh, I'm going to say Bumblecit caught this feather. Okay, you guys, you've got to go with me on this. Bumblecit caught that feather. He found it to offer over to Robinpaw because she's not feeling well. So that's going to be our theory, is that's what Bumblecit was doing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I didn't expect that twist to everything. But yes, I need to know what you guys think. I'm going to be giving it a lot more thought on what should be happening when the cats get sick. I'm going to be giving it a lot more thought on, like, not only will there be a decrease in their skills, should a mentor like have a decrease in their skill because their apprentice got hurt? I don't think they should, but that's an idea. Oh, more beetles from Briarstock. Yay, beetles. And then how effective should the items be? Because it does take away a little bit of the excitement knowing that, oh, and Bartum's over here eating a shrew. All right, everybody's filling up, and he does want to learn hunting. So I think we'll go ahead and have Bartum, like after he finishes eating, come over, maybe make some dirt really quickly. And does he want to get close to anybody? Maybe Tommy? Maybe he feels like Tommy would be like the best resource to try to learn from first, because Tommy is sort of a newbie and innocent in his own way too. But yeah, we need to figure out how often the medical items would actually work. And that's something that I'm going to add into consideration for the future. I think that clan size will have an effect on it, how many cats there are. And I think that how sick the cat has been in the past may have an effect on it if they have any current like lingering illnesses. And also when you have a severe thing happen, like a death roll like this, I feel like there should be some recovery requirements. Like, okay, they survived because we gave her an assassin beetle, but now I think we did that with Mossleaf before. Now maybe she needs like 5 or 6 or however much severity. So maybe she needs 10 items to help her heal up. Maybe she needs 10 shrews, 10 things that are really hardy and big. Oh, and Doge's just caught a mini python snake. Doges, you are not messing around today, are you? All right. Oh, and thankfully for you, you can't get fleas. You need to stop hunting, though. Briarstock. It looks like Briarstock is a little concerned. Like, Briarstock, you need to stop. Sniff Bartum. Oh, interesting. You guys all need to stop hunting now because you're going to make yourself sick. I'm going to have her go ahead and eat. I'll have her eat the mini python snake before she wanders away too far. And Briarstock, man, just no such luck. We're just running into beetle after beetle after beetle. Phooey. So yeah, Doge's, I think she took her apprentice almost dying super, super hard. We are going to come up with new ways for the medical items to affect the cats, so they won't always work. It'll be dependent on clan size. I think cats will have to start recovering too. So Robinpaw until she has maybe 10 items, because she has a severity of 100. So like we'll say, you know, every 10 is 1 item. Maybe until she has the 10 items, then she can't do any hunting. She can't start gaining her hunting skill again, and because she has 0 hunting skill, she can't go and help Doge's collect items, because we have that new type of hunting level. We have the medicine type, and I think that we've had enough drama. Also, I think that Lizardpaw is very upset. He loves his sister. He loves the fact that Robinpaw is so close to his heart. I don't think he's going to take very well. Sorry, little guy, we're going to actually send him over here. I don't think he is going to take the fact that his sister almost died very well whatsoever. And I think that's actually going to prompt him to start working with the medicine cats and using his abilities more. So that's actually, everything's kind of coming together, even though it was such a big random. And Tommy got another gecko. Tommy, I'm going to have to put that in our notes. Tommy is apparently a gecko catcher. So that's adorable. But next time we come back, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about some ideas I have in different types of hunting skills. So not just like general hunting skill does everything. We would have hunting skills that would be, some hunting skills work better in the forest. We would have hunting skills. Oh, and he caught a rare item. So I need to remember to get rid of these. We'll work on that in the future. Again, if I forget, it's my own fault. And so the cats will suffer for my own forgetfulness. But we'll have hunting skills for like hunting in the forest, hunting in two-legged terrier, hunting in grass, hunting for fish. We'll have different types of fighting skills. And what we'll do, because I know how now, if I come over here to like Mossleaf, for instance, I know how to go into NRAS, and then you go into Master Controller, and you go into, not basic, I think it's like, is it advanced? Yeah, you go into NRAS, Master Controller, Advanced, Skill Level, and then you can change their skill levels for different things. So now that I know that, what I may do is I'll start keeping like a big list of all of the cats and their various skill levels with the different types of hunting levels. And say if they go to the lake and they want to do fishing, then we would change it from like, you know, forest skill level 8 to like fishing level 0, and to get their hunting skill up, up so that they could even start fishing, they would have to train with a cat who is talented in fishing. And I'm even thinking, and I'll talk about this again next time, but I'm even thinking of making it so that cats who are from certain areas will have a natural advantage or a natural cap to learning the different hunting skills. If you're from the forest, for instance, you may only be able to get up to level 5 of the fishing hunting skill unless something special happens. And so every time you gain like another level, like level 6 of the fishing skill, I just decrease it, so it's always capped at 5. So that's something we'll be working on in the future too. And it looks like Squirrely really loves the gecko that Tomi caught, so we'll remember that too. Her favorite food is squirrels, but it does seem like she wants to spend some time with the kits, and she's interested in her apprentice, because she's actually the apprentice or the mentor of Tomi. So we'll have to see how their relationships go. I haven't forgotten that we're approaching season 2 very quickly. Don't be disillusioned and think that episode 100 actually will immediately equal season 2, but that's when I will do a huge push to try to wrap up a few things and move into the big drama of season 2. We will be introducing the 3rd clan in season 2, and I'm really starting to get back into the flow of warriors and just the randomness it throws at us. And I can't believe Robinpaw almost died today. And also, I think that's really, really, really sweet that Bumblepikit brought her a little feather. So, oh my gosh, I hope you guys have enjoyed all the drama today, and we'll have to see what Bartum is going to do now that he suddenly has an interest in learning the hunting skill. And I think that he is a little bit alarmed at the fact that Robinpaw almost died, and he's beginning to get an inkling of what it means to be a wildcat in the forest, and just how dangerous it is, and just how you need to have so many different types of skills to survive. So we'll talk more about skill levels, fighting generators, fighting levels, and things like that next time, and I will see you guys then. Bye bye.